Hey guys, Brady here, and welcome to my June 2017 Blu-ray haul. Uh, there's going to be a theme to this, and that is brought to you by the words OOP or RARE, rare, out of print, because I got a few out of print movies this month, and this is also brought to you by directors David Fincher and Gore Verbinski, since I've got a lot of their movies this month. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, first, it was Unbreakable. It's the only one that's not in the case. I'm watching Unbreakable right now. I haven't seen Unbreakable, and I wanted to see Unbreakable, so when I saw it in stores, I was like, yeah, buying it. Next, Faster, with Dwayne Johnson and Billy Bob Thornton. Something that I've always wanted to see. Zodiac, which is out of print, but I found it for like $8.99 at FYE. The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Chronicle. By the way, I've seen Zodiac. I really enjoy it. I saw it when it was on Netflix a couple years ago. I haven't seen Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I want to see it. Chronicle, I've seen this movie. I had the DVD, but I wanted the Blu-ray, so yeah. Chronicle. A Cure for Wellness. One of their first Blu-rays I bought this month. Like, beginning of June, I bought like 3 movies. I bought Pirates of the Caribbean 2 and 3, and this. Well, you'll see 2 and 3 later. But A Cure for Wellness. This is one of my favorite movies of the year right now. It's a very odd movie, and it didn't really do well in theaters, and it didn't really do well with critics either. But I really enjoyed this movie. It's a little long. It's kind of long. It's like 2.5 hours, like the same length as Captain America: Civil War. But there's something about this movie, like, it's just really intriguing from like start to finish. Like, it's like a very good like mystery thriller. It's labeled as a horror movie. It's not really a horror movie. It's more of like a mystery movie. Like, you're trying to figure out what it is this facility about. Like, why are people, like, why is the doctor doing these things to these people? Like, why are they crazy? What is the cure? It's just really interesting movie, and I wish it did well in theaters. Next is Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest. The Gambler, which I saw in theaters. Not many people know this, but this movie is from the director of Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Rupert Wyatt. I remember when they were promoting this movie, it kept saying on the poster from the writer of The Departed, and it kind of shows, because, my God, there was like this one scene where John Goodman is saying like "fuck you" like 20 times in one sentence. The Warriors, which is a movie that my dad keeps talking about. So, yeah. Can't wait to watch it. Toy Story. The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings trilogy. Gone Girl. The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. This came with a thing for it, but it was hard to take off, and I was trying to take it off. I ripped the entire casing, so now it's just this. Yeah, whatever. As long as the disc is okay, so as long as the disc is intact, I'm fine. Another out-of-print movie, The Machinist, which I just got done watching last night. Really good Christian Bale movie. Christian Bale, he's like a very versatile, I guess the word is, actor. Or he gets very into his roles. Like, he pretty much was on the brink of death while filming this movie. He lost like 60 pounds. He weighed like he pretty much weighed like the same amount I weigh right now in this movie. He like dropped to like 140 pounds, and Jesus. And then all he did was live on apples and tuna fish, or cans of tuna, I mean, and kind of relied heavily on cigarettes too to stay thin. And then he had to gain all that weight back because this movie came out in 2004, and his next movie after this movie was Batman Begins. So he had to gain all that weight back with Batman Begins with only ice cream and pizza. Look it up. Christian Bale is a crazy man. Like, why would you put your body through that for a film role? It's like he's very, very dedicated. That's dedication. That's why he's like one of the greatest actors of today. He's dedicated to his roles. Like, he'll do anything for a role. If it means losing pounds and being almost dead. Yeah. The Guardian with Kevin Costner and Ashton Kutcher. Something that I've wanted to see and saw it for like $5. So I was like, ooh, awesome. Apocalypto, another out-of-print movie. Dog Day Afternoon. I don't think this is out of print. This copy is very hard to find. It's only because they just re-released this to Blu-ray a year or two ago. They have like a new like edition of this film, so I guess this copy is out of print. I don't know. This was like $15 used. Brokeback Mountain. I got quite a few Jake Gyllenhaal movies as well. Only two, actually. I shouldn't say quite a few. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. Army of Darkness. Now I just need to get The Evil Dead 2. And then I'm good. And I still need to see the remake, which I don't really want to see the remake anyway. But I don't know. I've seen the three original movies, so I might as well see the remake. I don't know. I heard mixed things about it. Next is Carlito's Way, a movie that I'm waiting to watch with my dad because he wants to see it again. So why not just wait to see it with him? He was talking about how great this movie is also, and yeah, that pisses me off right there. It's fucking broken. Whatever. But Carlito's Way with Al Pacino and Sean Penn. This is directed by Brian De Palma, who directed the first Mission Impossible movie, the original Carrie, Scarface, Untouchables, and the Black Dahlia movie. Another out-of-print movie is Triple X, State of the Union. Almost hard to find. If you want to buy it, eBay is your answer. It's like $30, but eBay is the answer. The last out-of-print movie I have on here, The Ring. I don't know why this movie is out of print. Then they just released Rings this year. Don't you think they would re-release like a special edition of this? For Rings? Like maybe like make a trilogy pack for The Ring 2 and Rings. I don't know. It's kind of odd that this went out of print. When was this released? When was this Blu-ray released? Like 2012. So it only took 5 years for it to be out of print. That's kind of odd. And lastly, but not least, it's Hercules, Dwayne Johnson. Ian McShane's in this. I like this movie. This movie is cheesy, nonsensical, but Dwayne Johnson has like this screen presence about him. Like he's so charismatic, and I just really like this movie. If you haven't seen Hercules with Dwayne Johnson, see Hercules. It's really short, so it shouldn't be like I don't want to sit through this. I'm gonna dread. Just watch Hercules. If you haven't seen Dwayne Johnson's Hercules, watch it. It's short. It's fun. Very cheesy though. Extremely cheesy. That and Dwayne Johnson says the F word in this movie, which didn't think the F word really existed, and I guess this is biblical times. But who am I kidding? They said it in Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Jack the Giant Slayer. So what do I know? Anyway, that's all I picked up this week. I got one, two. I got like 28 movies. Wow.